American Pickers star Frank Fritz's Illinois antique shop undergoing construction after store struggles with low sales. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. American Pickers star Frank Fritz's Illinois antique store appears to be undergoing construction after the shop has struggled with low sales. Frank, 59, owns antique store Frank Fritz Finds in Savannah, Illinois. The U.S. Sun can reveal exclusive photos of the outside of the store taken in August, where construction is being done to the building. In the photos, yellow caution tape could be seen around the sidewalk outside of Frank Fritz Finds. In another photo, a construction truck and supplies are seen in front of the building. The windows for the floors above the store are in the process of being replaced, as plywood could be seen in the sills. Store trouble. The construction photos come after the American Pickers alum store has been struggling, as the U.S. Sun previously reported on the items in Frank's store. In exclusive photos obtained by the U.S. Sun, certain merchandise in Frank's store appeared to be broken and covered in cobwebs. In one photo, a vintage mannequin could be seen covered in spiderwebs. In another, more cobwebs were seen along the windowsill, as even a spider could be spotted in the photo. Another pic featured drumsticks signed by the Mickey Etley Band. The glass case holding the merchandise was shattered. There was also a near-empty display case holding vintage soda cans, including a modern-day Coca-Cola can, likely left by a customer. Throughout the store, most of the merchandise was covered in dust. There were even random pieces of metal and wood with no antique description or price tag. Customer reviews. Customers of the store have posted reviews expressing their dissatisfaction with the antique shop. One customer said, "Nice people, but in all honesty, it was almost like seeing things that were left in an attic. It would not be my first choice to check out around the area." A second wrote, "The antique store that time forgot. Enter through the bar, past the kitchen. A couple decades ago, this was the best antique store for miles, with many vendors on multiple floors. It is housed in a local landmark, which was a big draw in itself. It is now a shadow of its former self, though they do appear to be repairing and working on it. There are 2 rooms of random old things, some nice and a lot not." A third commented, "I was a huge fan of the show. I stopped in to give Frank support and see what all the buzz was about. The place looked like an episode of Hoarders." A fourth complained, "The store is truly full of hoarders' junk. I was looking forward to visiting Frank's Finds, but left disappointed. This store is full of overpriced junk and old oil cans signed by Frank for $55, $110 I will pass." Another wrote, "Don't waste your time. Old stuff that should have been tossed a long time ago that is way overpriced. The place is dumpy and not worth the drive. Was hoping Frank will open something better that's worth going to. Frie and Rye. The U.S. Sun previously reported on how his ex-co-star Mike Wolf's Iowa antique store is constantly flooded with customers. Unlike Frank's shop, a customer told the U.S. Sun, "Mike always has customers coming in and out of his store. It's a lot of fans who check out the pics seen on the show and buy merchandise." In photos obtained by the U.S. Sun, customers could be seen checking out antiques and waiting in line to purchase their items. As for Frank's store, which is located in 2 back rooms of a bar restaurant, photos showed not one customer. The insider said, "Customers browse Frank's store once in a while. It's not nearly as busy as Mike's." Annual sales. The U.S. Sun also previously reported on the annual sales of both locations. Per Experian's business valuation report for Frank Fritz Finds, estimated annual sales are reportedly $25,000. The company's business credit score 27 and is medium risk. As for the financial stability risk ratings, the shop received a medium-high risk of 4 out of 5. This means there is a 10% potential risk of severe financial distress within the next 12 months. Antique Archaeology Iowa's estimated annual sales are reportedly $62,000, per Experian's business valuation report. The company's business credit score is 23, which is medium-high risk. The report claims of the score, This score predicts the likelihood of serious credit delinquencies within the next 12 months. As for the financial stability risk ratings, Antique Archaeology received a medium risk of 3 out of 5 rating. The report claims, this rating predicts the likelihood of payment default and slash or bankruptcy within the next 12 months. Frank's CONSERVA2RSAI. Frank hasn't been as involved in the business since suffering a stroke in July 2021. His close friends filed an emergency appointment of a temporary guardian and conservator for the star on August 18, claiming his decision-making capacity is so impaired. The conservatorship papers exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun revealed plans to revamp the store. The initial plan filed by conservator Midwest-owned bank read, Mr. Fritz is a well-known collector and has numerous outbuildings full of valuable collections. The conservator has not yet inventoried those items, but plans to leave them largely as they are now, with the exception of stocking Mr. Fritz's antique store in Savannah, IL as needed. Conservator is hopeful Frank will be able to participate in selection and pricing of items as he did previously. A source previously told the U.S. Sun Frank is walking again after the stroke left the right side of his body paralyzed. Checho de Drama. Frank last appeared on American Pickers during a March 2020 episode, as he took time off to recover from back surgery that left him with 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. Mike announced Frank was no longer with the show in 2021. Frank revealed his feud with co-star Mike during a 2021 interview with the U.S. Sun. The two reunited over Memorial Day weekend and are friends today. A source claimed to the U.S. Sun, everything between them is fine. They've known each other for 40 years. They went to high school. They've done all this stuff together. The insider said Mike has visited Frank a handful of times since he suffered the stroke, as the two call and text today as well. American Pickers star Frank Fritz has long been associated with the thrill of the hunt for rare treasures and forgotten artifacts. As a co-host on the popular reality television show, Frank made his mark by combing through barns, attics, and backyards in search of unique items that told the stories of America's past. His passion for antiques and history captivated viewers, turning him into a household name. Yet, behind the scenes, Frank's journey as a collector and businessman has faced its own set of challenges. One such challenge has been his Illinois antique shop, which has been struggling with low sales, leading to the decision to undergo construction in an attempt to revitalize the business and attract new customers. Frank's Illinois antique shop, once a bustling hub for vintage items and collectibles, has faced difficulties in recent years. Despite the popularity of his work on American Pickers, Frank's shop has not been immune to the changing retail landscape, which has seen a shift away from traditional brick-and-mortar stores in favor of online shopping and e-commerce platforms. The rise of digital marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, and other online auction sites has made it easier for collectors and enthusiasts to purchase antiques from the comfort of their own homes, making it increasingly difficult for physical stores to compete. For Frank, this shift has been a tough pill to swallow, as it directly impacted his shop's sales and overall struggles. Success. Frank Fritz has decided to invest in the future of his antique business by undertaking significant construction on the shop's physical space. The goal of the renovations is to transform the store into a more inviting and engaging environment for customers, while also creating a space that better reflects the unique style and personality that Frank has built throughout his career. Frank has always been known for his love of history, and his antique shop has reflected that passion, with shelves lined with vintage items, rare collectibles, and intriguing relics from bygone eras. However, as tastes and trends change, so too must the way businesses approach their customers, and Frank is determined to modernize the shop to meet the evolving demands of the marketplace. The construction process has been ongoing for several months, with various updates and improvements being made to the store's layout and design. One of the major changes includes an overhaul of the store's interior, with an emphasis on creating a more open and spacious layout. The new design will allow customers to navigate the store more easily, with distinct areas dedicated to different types of antiques and collectibles. Frank has also expressed his desire to incorporate more interactive elements into the shop, including workshops, live demonstrations, and even tours that educate visitors about the history behind the items on display. These additions are designed to not only attract more foot traffic, but also create a memorable experience for those who visit, turning the shop into more than just a place to buy antiques, but a destination to invest in the store's renovation comes at a time when many businesses, particularly in the antique industry, are struggling to stay afloat. The economic downturn, coupled with changing consumer habits, has made it difficult for small businesses like Frank's shop to thrive. However, Frank remains optimistic about the future, believing that the changes being made to the store will help reinvigorate the business and create new opportunities. He has been working closely with designers and contractors to ensure that the renovations stay true to the essence of the shop, while also introducing modern elements that appeal to a wider audience. For Frank, this renovation is not just about improving the store's bottom line. It's also about preserving the legacy of antique collecting. Throughout his career, Frank has been dedicated to preserving history through the items he collects, and he wants his shop to reflect that commitment. The construction project includes upgrades to the store's lighting, display cases, and shelving, allowing for better visibility and showcasing of the items. Additionally, Frank is working to expand the variety of items available in the shop, including more rare and hard-to-find pieces that will appeal to serious collectors as well as casual shoppers. The goal is to create a destination where people can come to explore the rich history of the past and find treasures that resonate with them on a personal level. While the renovation of the shop is an important step in addressing the challenges posed by low sales, Frank has also acknowledged the broader issues facing the antique industry as a whole. The rise of online shopping has had a profound impact on traditional retail, and many antique stores are feeling the pressure. In response, Frank has been exploring ways to expand his business's online presence, recognizing that reaching customers beyond the local community is essential to staying competitive. He has begun offering a selection of items for sale through e-commerce platforms, allowing customers to browse and purchase antiques online. This shift to digital sales is not only a practical solution to the challenges of low foot traffic, but also an opportunity for Frank to showcase his expertise and passion for antiques to a global audience. Despite the difficulties faced by Frank's antique shop, the renovations and the expansion of his online presence are signs of resilience and determination. Frank is committed to ensuring that his shop continues to be a valuable resource for antique lovers, collectors, and history enthusiasts. His deep knowledge of antiques and his hands-on approach to the business have earned him the respect of his peers, and he remains hopeful that these changes will help breathe new life into his store. The construction of the shop is not just about physical improvements, but also about reinvigorating the spirit of the business. Frank has always been driven by his love of history and his desire to share that passion with others. By transforming his antique shop into a more interactive and engaging space, he hopes to inspire the next generation of antique collectors and history buffs. He envisions the shop becoming a place where people can not only purchase items but also learn about the stories behind them, fostering a deeper appreciation for the history embedded in everyday objects. As the renovations near completion, Frank Fritz is looking forward to welcoming customers back to his Illinois antique shop. The updated space promises to offer a fresh experience for visitors, with an expanded selection of antiques, a more inviting atmosphere, and a range of interactive features that will appeal to both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the world of antiques. Frank is optimistic that these changes will help revitalize the business and ensure that his shop remains a cherished destination for antique enthusiasts for years to come. For Frank, the renovation of his antique shop represents more than just a business move. It's a testament to his passion for preserving history and his dedication to his craft. Through the challenges of low sales and the changing retail landscape, Frank has remained committed to his vision of creating a space that celebrates the past while embracing the future. As the construction work continues and the shop prepares to reopen, fans of Frank Fritz and his work on American pickers are eagerly awaiting the next chapter in his journey as an antique dealer and businessman. With his resilience, determination, and unwavering love for history, Frank is poised to overcome the challenges and continue to share his passion for antiques with the world. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.